It's 2 in the morning. You were sleeping, warm, comfortable, peaceful, and then your bladder wakes you up again. You get out of bed, walk to the bathroom, and make your way back. You finally settle in again, and just as you begin to drift off, it happens again. If this feels familiar, you are not alone. Millions of adults over 60 wake up 1, 2, sometimes 3 or more times every single night just to use the bathroom. And most people assume this is just part of getting older, something you accept, something you live with. But here's the truth. Waking up repeatedly at night to urinate is not something you simply have to accept. In many cases, there is a clear reason and a clear solution. But there is also something else most people don't realize. That short walk to the bathroom at 2 a.m. is one of the most dangerous moments of your entire day. Not because you are careless, but because what is happening inside your body the moment you stand up from sleep. Today, we are going to fix both problems. We will help you reduce those nighttime trips. And more importantly, make sure that when you do get up, you do it safely. Stay with me because what you learn in this video could genuinely protect your independence. Quick note before we begin, this video is for general information only. If you are experiencing frequent nighttime urination, new or worsening symptoms, or dizziness when standing, please speak with your doctor. Now, let's get into it. The medical term for waking up at night to urinate is called nocturia, and it's very common. In fact, more than half of adults over the age of 60 experience it regularly. But here is something most people are never told. Nocturia is not just one problem. It can come from several different causes that all look the same on the surface, and understanding what's causing it is the key to actually fixing it. Let's start with the most common cause: fluids that builds up in your legs during the day. If you spend a lot of time sitting or even standing in one place for a long period, fluid slowly collects in your lower legs and ankles. You might notice your socks leaving marks or your ankle looking slightly swollen by the evening. That's not unusual. Now here's where things change. When you lie down at night, the fluid doesn't stay in your legs. It begins to move back into your bloodstream. From there, it travels to your kidneys, and your kidneys do their job. They filter it and send it to your bladder. So even if you didn't drink much in the evening, your body is still processing fluid that was already there. That's why you wake up again and again during the night. Now there is a second reason this happens: changes in the bladder itself. As we get older, the bladder may not hold as much as it used to. It can send signals earlier, and sometimes it doesn't empty completely, which means you may feel the need to go again sooner than expected. And there is one more important factor. Your body normally produces a hormone that helps reduce urine at night. But with age, the signal becomes weaker. So your kidneys stay more active even while you are sleeping. And finally, there can be other contributing factors. Things like certain medications, especially water pill taken later in the day, or conditions like diabetes, sleep apnea, or prostate changes. If your nighttime trips are new, getting worse, or coming with the pain or discomfort, it's always best to speak with your doctor. But for many people, what we just covered explain exactly what's happening, and more importantly, it shows us how to fix it. Now let's talk about what you can actually do starting today. These are simple changes, but when you combine them, they can make a real difference. First, try to drink most of your fluids earlier in the day. Instead of spreading your water evenly, shift more of it to the morning and afternoon. Have a good amount with breakfast, drink regularly throughout the day, and then begin to slow down in the evening. You don't have to stop completely, but avoid large amounts of fluid in the hours before bed. This allows your body to process most of the fluid while you are still awake, instead of waking up at night. Second, pay attention to what you have in the evening. Salt, caffeine, and alcohol can all increase nighttime trip. A salty meal can cause your body to hold onto fluid and then release it later at night. Caffeine can irritate the bladder for several hours, and alcohol can both increase urine production and disturb your sleep. This doesn't mean you can never enjoy these things, but timing matters. Third, if you tend to have swelling in your legs, this next step can make a big difference. Consider wearing a compression socks during the day. They help prevent fluid from collecting in your lower legs, which means there is less fluid for your body to process when you lie down at night. If you are not sure which type is right for you, pharmacist or doctor can guide. And finally, take a look at your medications. If you take a diuretic, often called a water pill, taking it later in the day can lead directly to nighttime trips. In many cases, simply adjusting the timing to earlier in the day can significantly reduce how often you wake up at night. This is something to discuss with your doctor. But for many people, this one change alone makes a noticeable difference. Now here is the important part. These strategies don't work in isolation, but when you combine them, you begin to reduce the problem from multiple angles at once. And that's where real improvement starts. Now let's get one step further, and this is something most people have never been told. Remember the fluid we talked about that collects in your legs during the day? You can actually move that fluid out of your legs before you go to bed. And when you do that, your body processes it while you are still awake. Instead of waking up at night, these two simple movements take less than 10 minutes, and you can do them at home with no equipment. First, sit comfortably in a chair, place both feet flat on the floor. Now slowly lift your toes up, then press them back down, up and down. Do this slowly for about 20 repetitions. This movement activates your calf muscles, which acts like a natural pump, helping push fluid out of your lower legs and back into circulation. Second, stay seated. Now slowly straighten one leg out in front of you. Hold it for a few seconds, then gently lower it back down. Then switch legs. Do about 10 repetitions on each side. This activates the larger muscle in your legs, helping move even more fluid back through your system. Now here's the key detail most people miss. Don't do these right before bed. Do them about 1 to 2 hours earlier. This gives your body time to process the fluid while you are still awake, so it doesn't wake you up later. Simple movements, but very powerful when done consistently. Now right before you go to bed, there is one more simple step that can make a big difference. And for many people, this is the piece that's being missing. It's called double voiding. Here is what that means. As we get older, the bladder doesn't always empty completely the first time. You may feel finished, but a small amount of urine is still left behind. And that small amount is often enough to wake you up later in the night. Here is how to fix that. When you go to the bathroom before bed, take your time. If possible, sit down. This helps your body relax more fully. When you finish, don't stand up right away. Stay seated, lean slightly forward. Rest your arm gently on your legs and wait for about 20 to 30 seconds. Take a slow breath and let your body fully relax. Then try again. Most of the time, you will find there is still more to empty, and that final amount is often what would have woken you up later in the night. Now, even with everything we have covered so far, there will still be nights when you wake up and need to go. That's normal. And on those nights, this next part is what keeps you safe. Because here is the truth. Most serious falls don't happen outside. They happen in the moments like this, in the middle of the night, when no one else is around. So instead of rushing, we are going to slow things down. This is called the safe rise method. It only takes a few extra seconds, but those seconds can make all the difference. Step 1. Before you sit up, move your feet. Gently point your toes up, then press them down 5 to 10 times. This helps get your blood moving again before you stand. Step 2. Sit up slowly and place your feet on the floor. Now pause, stay there for about 10 to 15 seconds. This gives your body time to adjust to the upright position. Rushing this step is when dizziness often happens. Step 3. Before you stand, press your feet firmly into the floor. Feel the ground beneath you. This helps wake up your balance system before you put your full weight on your legs. Step 4. Stand up with support. Use a nightstand, a bed frame, or any stable surface nearby. Even one hand can make a big difference. Step 5. Make sure you have light. Avoid walking in complete darkness. A soft night light, especially one that turns on automatically, can safely guide your path without being too bright. And finally, keep your path clear. Take a moment during the day to remove anything that could catch your feet at night. Loose rugs, cords, shoes on the floor, small things that can become big risk in the dark. And one last reminder, never use a towel rack for support. It's not designed to hold your weight. If you need support in the bathroom, use something stable and secure. Slow down. Take those extra few seconds and you greatly reduce your risk of falling. And one more thing, even with a clear path and good lighting, your balance still matters. In our last video, we shared simple exercises to improve balance and prevent falls. If you haven't seen it yet, I recommend watching it next. Now that you know all the strategies, let's bring everything together into a single nightly routine you can start tonight. During the day, drink most of your fluids before 4 pm. Reduce evening salt, caffeine, and alcohol. Wear compression socks if your legs swell. Take diuretics earlier in the day. Ask your doctor, by the way. 2 hours before bed. Ankle pumps, 20 repetitions. Seated leg raises, 10 repetitions per leg. Right before bed. Double wide. Sit, lean forward. Wait 20 to 30 seconds. Try again. If you wake up at night, safe rise method. Pump your feet before sitting up. Sit at the bed edge for 10 to 15 seconds. Feel the floor before standing. Rise with one hand on spot. Follow your night light. Walk calmly, never rush. Do this routine consistently for a week. Notice how your nights begin to change. You may wake less often, feel steadier on your feet, and sleep more peacefully. Waking up 2, 3, 4 times a night is exhausting. It fragments your sleep. It drains your energy. And the fall risk holding in those trips is not something to take lightly. But here is the truth. Neither of these problems is inevitable. Your body responds to the right habit, movements, and techniques. Even small, simple action can make a big difference. You deserve to sleep through the night. You deserve to walk to the bathroom and back safely, calmly, and without fear. And you deserve to wake up in the morning feeling genuinely rested and steady on your feet. If this video helped you, share it with a parent, friend, or a neighbor. Something this simple can prevent something serious. And if you want more practical tips to stay safe and independent after 60, subscribe to Stay Steady 60 Plus. We will bring you weekly advice designed for real life. Before you go, comment below. How many times a night are you currently waking up? Try this routine for a week and come back and let us know how it changed your nights. Stay steady, sleep well tonight, and we will see you in the next one.